Well, it was only the eighth inning, but for all intents and purposes, this game was going to get decided as soon as Clay Holmes finished that jog across the outfield grass. The bases were full of Mets. There was one out. Subway Series packed crowd here at Citi Field, and suddenly Holmes had to contend with Francisco Lindor and Starling Marte. And Holmes, that sinker-slider combination, looks like it's almost back to where it was last year when he was a first-half All-Star, and I wasn't quite sure he was going to get there after a bumpy April, lost his grip on the closer's role. The Yankees have been doing kind of a closer by committee here. Holmes is back in the circle of trust, and high leverage situation, high stress, no problem for Holmes. Strikeout, gets out of the inning, cleans up the mess left by Wandy Peralta, and that basically sealed the deal for the Yankees in this one. Michael King came in, finished things off in the ninth as the Yankees come away with a Subway Series victory, a wild Subway Series victory here at Citi Field. The final score was 7-6, and it did not look like this was going to be a competitive game early because Giancarlo Stanton hit a home run in the first inning because that's what he always does at Citi Field. Most of any visiting player here, most of them coming from his time with the Marlins. And then Luis Severino, for the third consecutive outing, really struggled again in this one, not generating swings and misses, even though the fastball seemed to be a little bit crisper, and Aaron Boone thought he saw encouraging signs after the second inning. But by that point, the Mets had already piled up a bunch of runs early in this one. He was going to take a comeback, and that was a tall order against Max Scherzer. Well, what did the Yankees do? They had what DJ LeMahieu said was one of their best innings in a while, putting up 5, batting around in that inning, getting contributions. Look, Stanton contributed in this one. LeMahieu hit a 2-run homer. Anthony Volpe with a couple of doubles, and that coming on a day where we were in Midtown with Hal Steinbrenner, who was at the MLB offices for the owners' meeting, and he said, look, we're going to need contributions from some of our veterans, and he didn't mention them by name at first, and then John Heyman tossed a couple names out, and he said, yes, Stanton's in that group, and Rizzo's in that group, and LeMahieu's in that group. They need contributions. Well, they're starting to get them there. Also came in a day where the Yankees gave a vote of confidence to Anthony Volpe, saying there have been no discussions about sending Volpe down to the minors. And he actually made a small tweak, and you may have noticed it. I saw a couple of quotes on social media, people talking about this, closing his stance just a little bit. Now, I'll tell you how that came about. Well, during the off day yesterday, they were able to get together, Volpe did, with Austin Wells, his longtime minor league teammate, one of his best buddies. They went to the Volpe house down in Jersey, had some chicken parm, had some pasta, and started going over videos of Volpe's swing when it really looked good, and from last year in the minor leagues. And they noticed some slight adjustments there, and so Volpe has made those changes. He's executed them here, and will they help long term? Who knows? But the instant results look good, and Volpe, no surprise, had a text message waiting at his locker from Austin Wells, and the gist of it, I have to assume, was kind of, nice job, I told you so. So that's the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. The Yankees take Game 1 of the Subway Series here at Citi Field, and got a doozy of a pitching matchup tomorrow. Garrett Cole going up against Justin Verlander, that Houston connection. They'll go head-to-head. So we'll see you then. Runs should be in short supply, but given what happened tonight, I kind of thought the same. So who knows what installment 2 of the Subway Series has on deck. We'll see you then.